Hey guys, it's Dan again. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't been updating on the status of my tank in a while, mainly because I'm so busy with work and all that. But my last video, I mentioned about my problem with Aptasia anemone that was overgrown my tank. At first I bought some peppermint shrimp, and also I took out some of the rocks that were badly infested with this Aptasia and scrub them. And it actually did a pretty good job at reducing the amount of Aptasia in the tank, but it has grown back with the few that's left in there. As you can see here, these two have grown really large, and there's a few in the back here, and also there's a few grow on the alongside with the orange zoanthids, which prevent the orange zoanthid from populating more, like grow more. And there's some on some of the crevices here. It looks like if I don't do anything else to it now, it'll eventually take over the tank again, like last time. Last time was really bad. So there's a few here, and also there's a few in the back here. So the peppermint shrimp keep hiding, but I noticed today that there's some molten shells here, so they must be doing well in the tank, even though they're usually hidden away somewhere. So what happens is, after reading a few things, I found that this AIPTASIA-X by Red Sea might do a good job at killing these little guys. So I'm going to demonstrate today on trying to apply the syringe into these little suckers. So let me get the syringe ready, and I'll be right back and film. My roommate's going to help me do this, so I'll be right back.
This is what comes in the box. So you have the solution that is going to help get rid of the Aptasia, and then it comes with the syringe. This is what you're going to use to fill it, or you're going to fill this with this solution. And it comes with two of these applicator tips. One has a slight angle and one is straight. So depending on the position of the Aptasia, you can choose which one works best. I think for the situation now, the angle one is probably going to work better because the Aptasia is hooked onto rocks that are on kind of an angle. It's not straight up. And then it just comes with directions in different languages, but this one's English. So it's pretty straightforward. You just want to shake the bottle vigorously. So this one, it's like a lavender colored solution. And there's probably gonna be another, I thought there was gonna be like a safety film here, but actually it's just the solution. This is corrosive, so you do want to be careful about it getting on your skin. If you do get it on, you're gonna want to quickly make sure you wash your hands, or even just use a glove. So you want to assemble this needle first. You just insert it in and you twist it until it kind of locks into place, until there's kind of no more give. And then you put it into the bottle, and then you're gonna fill the syringe. So there is quite a bit of Aptasia, so I kind of filled it pretty much almost full. We'll see if we need to refill it.
So I just got my tank ready by shutting off the filter and also the power head. So I have one power head over here and one power head over here. So all those three need to be shut off so the water can be as still as possible. So there's no motion there before the application of the Aptasia-X. So my roommate's gonna start putting in the syringe, and let's try with the big ones right here. That seems to be very in your face. So we're gonna do those two first, and then these two out here. Sorry guys, so what happens is I just realized that the previous segment of the video didn't record, but my roommate did manage to put some of the Aptasia-X in these two guys here, and now it has shrunken to like almost nothing. So Yes. Do you see how when he injects the poison, I guess, that thing retracts, and just like this one over here, it somehow now it's totally disappeared. So it looks like it just integrate them. We still have these two to demonstrate for you guys. We didn't do this two big one first. So yeah, see now, see how much that's good. As soon as he put that in, it closed his mouth. So more. You have to go down further. Oh, you're touching it. Yeah, so now these two big guys. Yeah, so there's another one right there. Yeah. So it's kind of like a Venus flytrap. As soon as, no, you don't need to do that more. No, that's good. So it's kind of like a Venus flytrap. As soon as it sends something, it just shuts its mouth. After a short while, we have to turn on the filter and the power heads again, so that it can clean up the water here. And I probably will most likely do a water change tomorrow. Yeah, go ahead. Wow. And then the next one. There's a few over here. There's quite a few over here actually. Do it. And there's a small one next to it. There's another one. So the directions said to kill as many as possible. There's a baby one right next to it too. So this little rock has a lot, quite obviously. Right there. I think this is one of the rocks that I did not take out and scrub, mainly because this anemone was stuck on there. That's his place, so I didn't take that out. On a side note, the live coral that I had with the orange Zoanthids broke off a piece of it when I took it out and scrubbed to get rid of the Aptasia, and so I stuck it over here. At the time when I planted over here, there was nothing on there, but like within the last 4 or 5 days, this orange zoanthid appeared on on its side here. So hopefully this will populate with orange zoanthids in the future as well. So here's a couple of the peppermint shrimp. Since I added them, they've been hiders. Like they keep hiding away. So I think they most likely did some good job at killing the Aptasia or eating them, the small ones. But I've read that they steer clear of the big ones, like these guys, these large ones. So we eventually had to do this AIPTASIA-X. That's one. So last time when I didn't know how to kill these guys, I used my tweezers and stab at it, and it eventually made space so that the orange zoanthids start to open back up. But now since these guys have become so large, that we have to do it this way. The reason why I didn't want to start this to begin with is because I didn't want to add any more weird chemicals to the tank, but it's obviously that it's a must that we had to do this. So this one right there, you can see its legs or tentacles, whatever they call it. So he's gonna go for it. Yeah, see, as soon as you touch it or inject something on it, it's kind of like eating, it's like food, so it just close up and try to digest, but these are kind of like poison. So the white spots are where those used to be. And I'm hoping like the future Aptasia be get eaten by the peppermint shrimp before it gets too big. However, if they do become big, we would need to use this kit again. So yeah, so while my roommate is trying to look for the rest of the aptasia in there, there's one thing that I want to tell you guys about when I first started this tank, like probably a year, like it's March now, so a year and 2 months ago. That at first when I got this tank, I put in the clownfish and also a few of them. That's a remaining one from the batch that I had, because before I didn't have a cover, and the 4 of the 5 of them actually jumped out, and eventually I had to get that cover here, this cover here, to put on top so to prevent them from jumping out. But I also got 2 baby hippo tangs and also a nasal tang, which were babies. And I got a lot of notes, like a lot of comments on YouTube saying that these guys will overgrow the tank, will outgrow the tank, I mean. But I've learned that they're kind of like, I think they have pheromones that they can sense how big their environment is, like how big the tank is. So this nasal tank has been here for about a year, and also the 2 hippo tanks, which are hiding right now, they're smaller than this guy. So I think they grow according to their environment, just like when I had my fresh water fish. So when I was younger, I only have like a 10-gallon tank, and I had like a fancy goldfish, like a red cap, and I had it for years, like probably about 5 or 6 years, and it was always the same size because my tank was small. But when I got older and I got my own place and I had like a 76-gallon bowl front tank, and I had a few of those red caps, and they actually grow humongous. They became sizes of my fist, and the same thing. So I think these fish, either freshwater or saltwater, they kind of like, they have some kind of sensor that they can't outgrow their environment. So as you can see, this nasal tang here is like over a year old, and it's still like, it's much bigger than when I first got it, but it's not humongously big that I've seen some of the tanks outside. See, that's the hippo tank, that's one of them. So those guys were little tiny babies, kind of like the size of a nickel to the size of a quarter when I got them. This one was bigger, it's like the size of a $50. But they've grown, and they're like over a year, and they haven't outgrown the tank. So yeah, like I said, like both of them, they have some kind of sense that they can't grow bigger than where they live. So in the ocean is a huge open space, so they grow very largely, so that's normal. But okay guys, so I'm gonna let the tank rest a little bit. I won't turn on the filter or the power heads for another 15 minutes or so that to make sure that the aptasia are killed. So I'll update you guys more later on, and I'm gonna do a water change hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday. Today is Sunday. So thanks guys for watching, and have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye.